Hello, hello, hello. OMG, I am so excited that you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome back to another weekly decluttering video. I'm super excited. We are back in the kitchen again. See all these cabinets above my countertops? We are not touching those today. So the kitchen is not going to be complete today, but I feel like the kitchen is just a humongous project because there are so many things to go through, but those cupboards all have my cups and plates and all of that good stuff. We will get to decluttering all those cabinets in another video. If you are new and you just found the channel, I am so excited you are here. I am Jody Dunn, and on this channel, I'm bringing you different ways that just sharing with you how I am transforming my life, and one of those ways is through decluttering. I would love for you to drop a comment and let me know that you are new. I would love to welcome you. This is the wall we are going to work on today. We are going to be decluttering all of these cabinets here. OMG. We're going to take a look at what they look like right now. And if you're already subscribed to this channel, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming back. So this is the first cupboard, and this is kind of my Gus cupboard. I kept all his treats and everything in here, and I've got like some saran wrap and things like that. And right above those big cabinets, I have two shelves up here that I kind of keep like the chips and some overflow stuff from what I call my pantry. This is kind of an extension of my pantry, things that I couldn't fit in my makeshift pantry, which are just my cupboards over to the left of this. And right above that one, I've got my crock pot up here and like some medicine and sunscreen and some things like that. This one's not too terrible. But here is the cabinets that I call my pantry. I decluttered this about 18 months ago, and I implemented these baskets in here, but yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad. So because I do not have a pantry, I use these cupboards. I've actually never had a pantry. This is the second house we've been in since we've been married, and we've just never had a pantry. It would be wonderful and fantastic to have one, but my kitchen is big and wonderful. I just don't have a pantry. So I work with the cupboards and I do what I can. So we're going to start with this one here, and I'm going to empty out each shelf and see what I have, and we're going to go from there. And last week, I announced a gift card giveaway in my declutter video because we hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel. So I will be announcing the winner of that gift card giveaway today. So make sure you stay tuned. And holy gamoly, in the meantime, we just went ahead and hit 2,000 subscribers. I am so incredibly grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate you so, so much. We're gonna do another gift card giveaway. So I'll explain that to you in just a second, but in the meantime, this is everything I pulled from the top shelf. So I'm just going through and figuring out what is trash, if there's anything in here I need to donate, and what I will be keeping. And you know, I've got my garbage can close by so I can just get stuff thrown away. And anything I find, like these envelopes I found, like a half a box of them, I'm just gonna break this box down, throw it in the recycling bin, and I put the envelopes already in another envelope box that I know exactly where it is, and put that in its home. And as I tell you in every video, this decluttering project will be done in chunks of time. I'm going to be babysitting EJ in a little bit, so I'm hoping to get this part done before I babysit him, and then I'll finish the rest up later tonight or on another day. I had something pretty darn cool happen that I would love to share with you. So I want to talk real quick about motivation. I'm just going to be real with you. I never have motivation to do things like this because decluttering is mentally draining. It is a big, overwhelming job, especially in the state that the majority of my house is in. And, you know, sometimes I will hear people say things like, I need to get motivated. Listen, we're never going to be motivated. For the most part, we're never going to be motivated. We get motivated when we get excited about something. And if you're excited to declutter, you may be very temporarily motivated to do it. And then you start working on it and it's hard and it's mentally draining and it's challenging. And so the motivation fades so quickly. Here's what I do instead of waiting until I'm motivated to do something, because I'd be waiting forever if I waited until I was motivated. And before I finish the story, we have a temporary interruption because EJ is here. You get it? You get it? I love you. I love you. Hey, Mr. Bubbies. Hi. I love you. All right, this is a mess we have created so far that I thought I would get cleaned up before EJ showed up, but I did not. So it will have to wait and sit on my kitchen table for a little bit. I'll be back. All right, I got to spend a couple hours with my EJ. Oh my gosh, isn't he the cutest thing ever? So I'm gonna go through these things that I pulled out of the cabinet, but let's get back to motivation, because motivation really truly doesn't exist. So what I do is I create a goal, but beyond creating just a goal, because I could have a goal. My goal is I wanna have a clean, tidy house. Okay, well, I've had that goal for years and it hasn't happened. So what I do instead is I think about my emotions, because we are totally driven by our emotions. And I think, how would I feel if someone showed up at my house that I didn't know was coming? If they walked in the door, would I be embarrassed? Would I feel ashamed? Would I make excuses? Would I apologize for having a messy house? Because that's literally been my life for years, and it is an awful feeling. And frankly, I just don't want to feel like that anymore. So I think, how would I feel if my family walked in? How would I feel if somebody unannounced came to the door? And that drives me to get things done. That emotion right there. Because you know how I want to feel? I want to feel proud. I have a house that I never thought I would get. And I explained all of that in my very first video that I posted on this channel. I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it. And I want to feel proud, because I am proud. And I am so grateful to have this beautiful, wonderful house that I always dreamed of having. So that moment that always kicks in where I think, I'm not motivated, I don't feel like doing this. I think, nope, Jody, how do you want to feel if somebody shows up at the door that you didn't know was coming? And that drives me to get things done. So I want to tell you something so amazing that recently happened. I had Grayson's wedding shower 3 or 4 weeks ago. And one of my friends could not make it to the shower. And she had texted me on this one day. And she said, are you home? And I said, yeah, I am. And she didn't text me back or anything. And probably about 30 minutes later, there was a knock on my door. And I thought, who in the world is here? It was like dark. It was at night. My husband had actually just left to pick up one of the girls. And so I opened the front door, and it was her husband at the front door. Since she couldn't make it to the shower, she sent him over to drop off Grayson's shower gift. And my first immediate thought was, oh no, my house is a mess. And then I thought, Jody, you just decluttered your kitchen. The cabinets are not decluttered yet, but everything that is in visible sight is decluttered, and your kitchen looks pretty darn good. And so instead of just taking the gift from him and chatting with him and making him stand on the porch, I said, hey, it's so great to see you. Do you want to come in? And he said, sure, I'll come in. And I did not turn on the light in the foyer because the foyer still looks pretty bad, and my front living room looks pretty bad. And I just led him into the kitchen that was well lit, completely decluttered, and he stayed for an hour. My husband had returned home with the girls. We were all chatting. It was so nice. I didn't feel anxious at all. I didn't feel embarrassed. I didn't say, sorry, it's a mess in here. None of that. I just had an amazing time socializing with a friend, and he showed up totally unannounced. So that is my motivation, that feeling there. All right, we've got everything out. I've been cleaning as I've been going. I hope that story maybe helps if you find yourself in a spot where you're not motivated. Don't worry, none of us are. I am putting on the very top shelf Gus's leash, his nail trimmers, just some things that I am just absolutely not ready to get rid of, but I'm gonna move them up on top, and I'm just gonna keep them for as long as I want to keep them. And I'll probably do some more rearranging, so this is not gonna be the final look yet, but I wanna get everything off of my kitchen table so that I can move on to the next cupboard. Decluttering all the food area, that's gonna be the biggest job, and then I can really figure out where everything is going to go. And I'm just throwing most of this makeup away. I put this up in the cupboard just to kind of get it out of the way. But you know, makeup is only good for so many years, and most of this has been opened. Once makeup is opened, like a year max. Mascara is like 3 months once you open it. So most of this is just getting thrown away here, and I'm gonna wash this holder out because it's looking pretty dirty and dingy, and I might donate this or I might keep it. I'm not sure yet. All right, so we're pretty much done with this cabinet. I've got these things that I found in here, some old lunch boxes that I'm going to be donating. This is pretty much all I found to donate. I've got to recycle some old electronics. I'm going to donate these cards. Not sure what I'm going to do with these sparklers yet. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is thrown away or put back in the cabinet that I wanted to keep, and we are now going to move on. All right, so we are going to move on to the food area, and I'm just going to warn you, and I already know probably I am going to find so much expired food, which it makes me sick to my stomach. But this is what happens when you don't have a system and things just get stacked up. And you know what? I just can't stress about it. I just have to move forward and figure out how to not let that happen again. So I'm going to clean out this little half shelf first and see what we've got. So I'm going to be announcing the gift card winner very soon from last week's video, but we're just going to do another gift card giveaway since we hit 2,000 subscribers. So grateful for all of you. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and drop down in the comments and let me know what is your area in your home that you find the hardest to keep organized. For me, it's definitely the pantry area with the food that always seems to get to be such a mess. All right, so this is everything I pulled out of here now to go through all of this stuff and figure out where it's going and what is expired. So I'm gonna put these red Solo cups over in the other pantry with all of the other red cups. All right, so here's where we're at. This is the food that I will be keeping that is not expired. This stuff over here is not expired, but I probably won't use it before it does expire, so I'm gonna donate that. And all of this stuff over here is expired, OMG. So I'm gonna throw all of this away. And here we go into this mess. When I did this decluttering 18 months ago, I implemented these basket systems in here. I think baskets are such a fantastic way to declutter an area and really, in a lot of ways, to utilize space better, but it's not working for me. We all have our own organizational system that works for us because we don't all have the same personalities. Do any of you follow Cass from the Clutter Bug? I have been watching some of her videos and I really, really like them. And she's got like this 4 different types of bugs, basically is what she calls them, to find out what organization system best fits you. I'm still trying to figure that out. I took her little quiz, but I don't think it was exactly accurate. And these baskets did not work for me, so I'm gonna try something different. I am learning that if I can't see it, I just forget about it. Then I overbuy, and then things expire, and I just don't want that to happen again. So again, if you are a basket person and that works for you, that is amazing. It's just not working for me, so I'm just gonna try something different. Here we go, expired, OMG. Expired, oh, and I'm not talking it expired a month ago. I'm talking some of the stuff expired a dang year ago. Thank you again so much to all of you that entered into the gift card giveaway last week. I appreciate all of the feedback and all of you sharing your most favorite organizational gadgets. So the winner of the $25 Amazon gift card is Denise Lippard. I hope I'm saying your name right. Denise, congratulations. I just need you to send me an email. Also comment down below so I know that you saw this, because sometimes email names don't match the person's name. And I will email you over the Amazon code to use for your $25. So excited. And I hope you all decide to enter into our newest gift card giveaway, which is going to be another $25 Amazon gift card. One thing I did when I first decluttered this pantry about 18 months ago was I bought these little like shelves from the Dollar Tree. I'm keeping those. Those work fantastic because this bottom shelf is really tall, and so it helps me to utilize the vertical space. That part has been working. And I'm just moving all this food to the kitchen table so that I can clean out all of these shelves in here. And all of those baskets that I bought from the Dollar Tree that I had all that food in, they all need to be washed. So I'm just quickly doing the dishes that were sitting here, and I'm gonna wash these baskets out because they were all dirty and yucky. And I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna use a couple of them, I think, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with all of them. I have some bagged candy. Yes, I know I already have a full candy drawer, but I have some bagged candy that I'm gonna put some of in one of these bins because it will just look neater and I'll be able to see it, so I'll know it's there, and it'll just make it a little bit more organized. So it's empty. Everything that I'm keeping is right here. Now I just have to get it back in there and get it organized. So far, the total was 2 full garbage bags full of expired food. Oh my gosh. And I still have the little cabinet above this big shelving unit or big cupboard. Hopefully there won't be a whole lot more expired. And what I'm trying to do is just kind of group things together, like crackers and snacks on one shelf, baking things on another shelf, so I kind of know what I have and just work with it and see if this is what works for us, because I think it's just going to be a process of figuring out what works for us, because again, we're all different. So what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me, you know, that type of thing. So this basket is going to be my excess candy basket. And basically I'm just going to put any candy that I have in here that didn't expire and put this in this basket so it takes up less space, it looks neater, and then as something gets opened, I can move it to the candy drawer. And then this basket I'm going to use for like some, I don't know, some cooking things maybe. I've got like some bags of marshmallows in here, so that's what I'm putting in that one. And I'm just not going to overflow it so that I don't know what I have. Now this one, I am going to break this down because my girls do go to a basket. They're used to this for like snacks and stuff. And this does look neater and it's a little bit more organized than having a bunch of boxes. So I'm going to put this one in here. All right, here we are on yet another day. I think it's taken me 3 days with different time periods in those days, like 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. Again, as I always tell you, just take pockets of time. That's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna empty this top cupboard out, and hopefully I don't find too many expired items, but we're gonna find out. And I know I'm going to be super excited with the end result here, but just be warned, this is not going to be like any fancy schmancy type of thing. I'm not using a bunch of organizational items. I'm not going to be buying a whole bunch of things to organize my cabinets. As I already told you, I tried out the baskets, which did not work for me. So I'm just kind of going back to basics, and I'm not looking for something Pinterest worthy. To be honest with you, I have Pinterest only to look up different nail designs that I want to do. I don't look up anything else because I don't want to get stuck in that rut of feeling like my house is supposed to look a certain way. It is supposed to be functional for us, which is different for everybody. Well, so far I'm throwing away quite a few things. Oh my goodness. And this is a true tragedy. I let dang Girl Scout cookies expire because I had too much stuff in there that I couldn't see. OMG. Well, this is what I am left with that is not expired. These Perrier I'm going to throw out. They are expired. This is it. I have this whole garbage bin full of 2 big garbage bags and one down there. That's all from my expired items from the cabinet. Oh my gosh. All right, I took out this one that I have. I said I want to use it for some like baking supply things. So I'm going to put all my Jell-O and pudding, and my marshmallows are in that one. Okay, we are on the last cabinet. I'm gonna empty this one out. Really, this one has like pain relief and things like that. So I'm just gonna empty this one out, see what I've got, see if I have any expired medicine in here, and maybe condense some things. And I almost forgot one of my favorite books, You Are a Bad A, I won't say that word in case kids are watching, at Making Money by Jen Sincero. I hide money all around my house, small amounts, because that way it reminds me money is all around me. It is something that has really helped to fix my poor money mindset. So I had a couple of little dollars up here. Highly recommend that book. I have listened to it on Audible probably 20 times. It is an amazing, amazing book. All right, this is what I've got from that cabinet. I'm gonna go through here and figure out what's good and what is not good. Oh my gosh, when I was pregnant with Donna, I developed gestational diabetes and I still have these little needles. Oh my gosh, over 10 years old. I don't know what to do with these. I guess I'm gonna have to talk to somebody. Maybe my doctor will know where I can recycle them or something. I don't wanna throw them away or even put them in my recycle bin because they have needles in them. All right, I decided to take one of the little plastic bins that I'm not going to use for my food pantry and maybe organize some medicine or things like that, some first aid in this one. Maybe that will work better and kind of keep everything together. And I had in another cabinet that I didn't even declutter today, some first aid things like kids' medicine, Band-Aids. So I'm just gonna condense it all into one or two of these and keep it in one location instead of having it in two different locations in my kitchen like I did have it before. And from the cabinet that I keep most of my food in, I did take one of the little Dollar Tree shelves that I bought. So that way I can add a little bit of, vertical space in here by utilizing it here. And I had something in mind to replace that shelf. So we're gonna get to that in 1 second. And I decided to go ahead and splurge on myself and buy myself a little organizational thing. I cashed in a Fetch Rewards gift card, so it didn't even come out of my bank account. And I got a little can organizer. So it just came today. I'm excited. I gotta put it together. I'm terrible at reading directions. But there are directions. Looks like I have to put this together. So yeah, so let's see if we can get this together. It shouldn't be too difficult at all. Everything came with it, the tool necessary and everything. And Hubs asked if he wanted me, or if I wanted him to do it. So I'm just gonna let him do it. But I totally could have done this by myself. But that was so nice of him to offer. So he is helping me while he is putting this together. I'm just holding it for him while he screws everything in. All right, it is finished. So this is my plan, is I'm gonna put this in here and organize these cans. And since I'll be able to see everything, I think this might work for me. And I did measure it. I looked at the measurements on Amazon and either I got it wrong or the measurements were wrong. I probably got it wrong, but it doesn't fit, dang it. OMG, it doesn't fit. I swear, I got a measuring tape out and everything. So I'm putting all this stuff back. This is where an actual pantry would truly come in handy, but I don't have one. So it is what it is. I have so much space in my kitchen. I can be nothing but grateful, and I will work with the cupboards and the cabinets that I do have. Get your hearts ready. Let's take a look at some before and afters. Do we remember? This was the before. It was a cluttered mess, and it was full of just a bunch of stuff that was not in any type of organization. And remember, I really did not buy any organization tools except for one that didn't work and one I'm going to show you. I have so much room now, and it's all in a nice organized space. I may move these cups that I put on the bottom. This shelf that I have down here is the highest the highest shelf I have in my kitchen to be able to store things like those 2 liters. So I may move the cups so I can get things in here like that I can't fit in any other cabinet. But I'm loving the way this looks, so organized and just so much better. And this was my chip slash cup and overflow of the food pantry area before and the after. This one really wasn't that bad. I mean, it kind of was, but it looks much better. And remember, again, there is no one-size-fits-all organization. You may not like something I did. You may do it different in your kitchen and vice versa. That's totally fine. This one is almost completely empty. I've got the girls' snacks up there because that's where they go for their snacks. And I think I am gonna do one thing with this one, but these shelves are so narrow in here, it's hard to fit anything. This little thing that I keep up on my counter that has our cords and some extra face masks and things like that, I've got room that I think I'm just gonna put it down here. And that way it's not on my counter and kind of makes it look less cluttered. So I think that's what I'll do with that one. And my plan going forward is really just to do like at least a once a month quick declutter so things don't build up so fast, because it can happen fast. This is the biggest transformation of them all. Remember how terrible this food pantry area was, and I had so much expired food, which makes me feel terrible because I didn't know what I had because it was just too much stuff. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I love how organized this cabinet looks now, and I did buy one little thing that worked really good for my packets and some drink holders. So I am loving how organized this looks, and I can see everything I have. So much space, and I am loving it. And again, I am so blessed with so much space in my kitchen that I can have this empty space and I don't have to fill these up. Since I am hosting Thanksgiving, my plan is next week I will be bringing you a declutter of the bookshelves and the family room. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you so much for stopping by. I can't wait to see you again next week. I would love to hear any decluttering projects that you are currently working on. This feels so darn good. Have a great day. Bye.